I've always known I was adopted. My father used to tell me we walked into a room full of 100 babies and picked out the cutest, fattest kid we could find. I loved that story. Of course, it was nowhere near the truth, but that adoption story made me feel wanted, chosen by my parents. The story of an orphan's abandonment, particularly one from a foreign country, can also play a significant role in shaping their life. It may be the only connection that child will ever have to a birth mother they will never meet or a country they will never visit. But getting to the truth of how and why a child was given up is challenging, especially if they have been dumped in a public marketplace or, worse yet, stolen. While covering this story, we met Betsy Emanuel. She became obsessed with finding the truth about this little Guatemalan girl named Maria Fernanda, whom she had tried to adopt. When Betsy learned Maria had been abducted, she became instrumental in reuniting birth mother and daughter. So we are with Betsy Emanuel in the van going from the hotel in Guatemala City to meet Maria Fernanda. She has been waiting 5 years to meet with Maria Fernanda and Maria's mother, Mildred. For me, I've been to a handful of adoption reunions, including my own, with birth parents, between birth parents and adoptees, and sometimes adoptive parents are there, but this is the first time I've been to a reunion where it's adoptive mother and birth parent, and that the child is still with the birth parent. It's an incredible moment in Betsy's life, and you feel the anticipation and that level of anxiety and excitement in your stomach. I felt it when I met my birth family, and I can feel it again today because these two women are so deeply connected. I feel really grateful to be here for this opportunity, but this is going to be a long and emotional night for everybody. And it was. Next, we flew to Congo, following the Owen family as they searched for the truth about two sisters from Congo they were trying to adopt. The entire adoption had begun to unravel when they asked a simple question: where did these girls come from?
So yesterday, or I think it was the day before, we flew 13 hours from Washington Dulles into Ethiopia, and then another 3 or 4 hours into the Congo. So it's been quite a journey already. As you can see behind me, there are these walls. And what struck me when we were coming out of the airport wasn't just the tremendous poverty here, was that there are walls built right up to the roadway, and you have no idea what's behind any one of these. It could be a mansion, it could be a convent, it could be a slum, and I think it's almost indicative of what you find when you're here in the Congo. There are walls in front of people's emotions and walls up around the stories that they tell you, and you don't know what's behind it. Layers and layers of stories, layers and layers of truth and lies.
Maybe not lies, but certainly not the whole truth. And perhaps that's the problem when you're dealing with a deeply emotional issue like the love and welfare of a child. Things can get pretty explosive. Like this raid we witnessed at a Congolese orphanage. This battle was over the custody of 7 children. So this is day 4 in the Congo, Henry? Yep. All right, day 4. We're here with the Owens family. Now this is the day, this is the moment. We are waiting for them to come out and let us know if they get on a plane and go home with their girls. The problem is there have been serious issues with the story of Ava and Zoe's abandonment, and there is no one from their birth family to confirm details. But even when there are birth family members around, it can still be challenging. This is some of the maternal side of my birth family. Their faces are obscured not only to protect their identity, but because the details of my abandonment story remain very painful for some of them. 28 years after I started my search, there is still conflicting information. This is one of 2 half-brothers I've been privileged to meet and now have a lovely relationship with. As adults, none of us really care so much about those details from so long ago. Maybe someday Ava and Zoe will feel the same way. Congo was then. This is now. But first, they have to get home.